Oh man. All right. Well, I guess I'm going live now because oh man, hold on. Oh, I go crack it up because this is hilarious. All right, let me see. Uh, they don't. All right, so I was trying to schedule this live for a later time, but it's wouldn't. Well, it's not letting me. So I'm just taking it as my sign is I'm supposed to just go live now because of the topic. And so the title of this live, at least I think, is Do You Believe in Magic? And I am just, you know what? I have just been experiencing the most magical time in my life. And one of my um, mantras is I'm a magical being having a magical experience. And the way that things are happening, I just have to trust the process because I was not trying to go live right now. I kept trying to schedule it for later, and my phone kept going live. And I know when I'm trusting my guidance and when my soul is trying to show me to do something and I'm not listening, like the things that happen with electronics and just the magical things. We're just going to call it magical experiences. It is like unspeakable. And so I had to just get on here because I was like, okay, y'all trying to tell me get on here now because I've been kind of putting it off a little bit the last couple of days. And they're like, look, just show up. Ain't no scheduling nothing. Ain't no making no little banners and all that stuff. Just get on this live and start talking to the people because that's what you're here to do. So today I'm going to be sharing with y'all just the magic that I've been experiencing the last couple of days. So my spiritual team communicate with me through music, movies, just all the things. People, like there is no limit to how your spirit guides or spirit, whatever you resonate with, your soul, God, whoever, like there is no limit to how you're going to get your messages. You just have to trust the process and just keep flowing with life. Okay. So I have been guided to start just like I downloaded Disney. I love Disney, but I downloaded Disney and I just been guided to start watching movies on there. So the other day I was at the garden at my job and I was like, you know what? I'm just sitting there. I go to this garden every day and I'm just sitting there and I just had this feeling of like, oh my goodness, there's fairies here. There's fairies in this garden. And as soon as I said that, a hummingbird flew out of the bush like this. It spiraled up out of the bush. And I was like, oh my God, there's a hummingbird. And so, and so I just started having this feeling of like fairies just being around me. And so I came home and I started watching Tinkerbell on Disney and just listening to. I have always been somebody who watch movies knowing that movies have messages for us in this life. And I've been watching Tinkerbell and the fairies and just their part in life and how they played this magical role in the seasons changing and all these things. And so I've been watching that. And so last night I watched the first Tinkerbell. That one came out in 2008. And in that movie, it was talking about how fairies are real, and if you start finding things in your apartment or finding things around you, like things out of place that you know wasn't out of place, just know that a fairy was there. And this morning, I woke up. I've been cleaning all morning, and I had my journals and notebooks that I've been pulling out for days. And I kind of like been going through those journals and reading them and just amazed at the things that I have written already. And so I came this morning, I'm cleaning, and I keep finding pieces of paper out of my notebook that I know I did not tear out. And when I started reading these um, things that I wrote in these pieces of paper that's been ripped out of my notebook, it is so prevalent for right now. And a lot of them are dreams that I have written that I don't even remember writing from 2023, and some of them don't even have dates. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here reading them as I'm cleaning up. I'm picking up the papers and I'm reading them, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is where I'm at right now. Like this is how I feel. But these are dreams that I wrote years ago, and it's where I'm at in my life right now. Like literally, I'm experiencing the dream that I wrote years ago. And so I'm finding these pieces of paper just all over my notebook area, just torn out, ripped out of my out of my notebook that I know I did not rip out. And I'm sitting here reading them, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they're reminding me of my dreams that I wrote down. And I'm going to read them because I am just mind blown by what I wrote in 2023. It's now 2025. And it's my heart. It's my heart's desire. What is my dream? My dream have never been for material things. And that has never been my heart. Like I know that that stuff does not give us joy. It does not bring us peace. It does not make us feel home and secure if we're not secure within ourselves. So I've never been someone to be caught up in material things or, you know, thinking that that makes me or it makes a person. Like people have all this stuff, but it doesn't make them better than you, better than me. Like I've always known that. So I've never been one to go after material things, right? I've lived a life where I've struggled for years, just trying to get my finances right and all the things. My life has been far from easy. But I've always said, like, I don't know what that drive is in me that keeps me going, that keeps me wanting to show up for life. You know, even in my darkest moments, I've always just shown up. And I'm just cleaning, like I'm just being guided to just get rid of stuff and cleaning out. But this blew my mind because my prayers, I'm just being reminded of my prayers. Like when I reflect, I've never been anyone to just write, like journal. I always just speak what I feel or whatever. But lately, I've kind of like the last couple of years, I'll write here and there. And my prayer has always been for me to just stay true to my heart, stay true to who I am. Like I know I am destined to live an abundant life with the material things that people see. They see it and they think, oh, that's, oh, she's great, she's this because she have all these things. But that stuff does not make us. And I'm glad that my journey is the way that it is because I know my value, I know my worth. So with or without money, I know that I am the prize. I know that I am worthy just because I'm breathing. I know I am worthy just because of who I am. And so, in knowing that and coming into this new chapter of my life, I know it's going to be amazing. I know people are going to look at me and say, oh, wow, like y'all, you know, people are going to look at the things because they don't know me, they don't know my story. But I was reminded today because my fear of doing this, my fear of getting on these lives and connecting with people and sharing my story and just putting myself out there. Like I've fought this for so many years but I know I'm showing up right on time. I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I know nothing is going to stop my blessings. Nothing is going to stop what's for me. Like I used to feel like I was behind, or like, oh, I missed my mark, or oh my goodness, I'll never get it right. Like I used to feel all these things. I used to feel like, oh, these things are keeping me separate from, living my divine purpose, because I'm not eating healthier. I'm not doing all these things. I keep falling short of what we would think is the glory of God, right? You feel like, oh, I just have to get it right, but you just have to know that you are enough right now. You are enough right now in this moment, apart from anything. There is no right or wrong in what you're doing. You just have to continue to trust your process. And so, in 2012, I was meditating, and my prayer was, universe, let me experience you in a magical way. And I had no idea what that experience was going to be like. I didn't even know what to expect. I just knew I was looking for the magic. Universe, let me just experience you in a magical way. And I have been seeing hearts for over, shoot, I don't know how many years it's been. Time passing so fast, but I've been seeing heart-shaped things, just hearts in my ice cream, hearts in my chicken sandwiches, hearts in my potato chips, just hearts everywhere. And so a good friend of mine, she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call you the Queen of Hearts, and that's my nickname, the Queen of Hearts, because I just see hearts everywhere. And I have opened my heart up to the magical experience. I'm always looking for the magic. I am a magical being having magical experiences, and I haven't been saying that in a long time. Until the other day when that hummingbird flew out of that bush, I said, oh wow, that was a magical experience. And it reminded me that I'm a magical being having magical experiences. And I love it here. And I am in a space where I'm no longer holding back. I'm no longer dimming my lights. I'm no longer keeping my magical experience a secret, because I want everybody to tap into their magical experiences within themselves, because it starts within you. What happens when you begin to tap into that beauty and that magic within yourself and begin to create magic, begin to pour out that magic? That magic is you, is who you are. It's knowing that apart from anything, you are divine. The divine lives in you. That love and light lives in you. Is embracing your light in your shadow. It's understanding that you are a human, you are a soul having a human experience. So there is no separation between you, the good and the bad. It's the duality. You're going to experience all of it, but it does not define who you are. You are the soul having the experience. The soul needs the body to experience this life. So don't try to deny yourself the human experience, and don't try to deny yourself the soul experience. That's where a lot of people are falling short, if you want to use that word, is because some of us are just so in the soul. It's like, I'm a soul. Whatever, this life don't bother me. Nothing bothers me. Nah. And some of us are just in the human experience. Oh, I'm just this mere old human. I don't know what to do. I don't have no power to change anything. You have the power to change everything. Listen to me. I am speaking from experience. You have the power to change everything. It starts with you, in you. Okay? There is nothing outside of you that's greater than you. Absolutely nothing. And I had to learn that. I would like to say the hard way, but it was what I needed. It was hard. So the hard way. I had to learn that the hard way. But now I know. Now I know who I am. I know that I'm going to experience things in this life. I'm not always going to enjoy the things that I'm experiencing. But I'm also going to experience beauty also. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not attached to either or. I'm just allowing myself to have the experience. Whereas before, I was attached to the pain and the hurt. And I felt like the good was only so often because I was so focused on the trauma and the hurt and me not trusting my intuition, or, you know, me feeling like I just can't get it right. But everything has its purpose, everything is a lesson. And we just have to be open and willing to learn without being attached to the things. So, you know what? I don't know. I don't even know which one to read first. So I got up. The synchronicities has been crazy. Okay, the numbers on the clock, like just the ways that the universe speaks to me. Okay, it's amazing. So I woke up. I've been cleaning. I seen my phone was on the charger, so it was at 100%. It was 1 o'clock. So what I seen was 100, 100. They like, look, you are 100% charged. You are ready to just keep moving, to keep moving, keep going. So as I'm cleaning, I come to this dream that I wrote. I don't even have a date on this one, but it says, my dream is to show up to this life grounded and rooted in my body as 100% me. Okay, so y'all may think that things are just a coincidence. Oh, that's just a coincidence, baby. I don't believe in coincidences, okay? Everything is a sign. Okay, and when you begin to look at life like that, your whole life gonna change, because you're gonna be like, oh shit, wait, hold up. They ain't just talking to me through this or that. It's everything. Like everything, there's a message for you. You have to trust the process. So I looked at my phone. My phone was, it was 1 o'clock. My phone was at 100% charge. 100, 100 is what I saw. Then I came to this piece of paper, and it was reminding me of my dream. And my dream, I'm going to start over. My dream is to show up to this life grounded and rooted in my body as 100% me in all my glory, standing in my power, wearing my crown because I am a queen and the ruler of my throne. I live and speak my truth boldly. I am connected and grounded in knowing every part of me. I am a healer, and I assist others in reconnecting to themselves and coming back to their heart and reconnecting back to the divine. I have a beautiful, healing, successful business. It's more than a stretch, okay? I have a large client base. You know what? I don't need to go that far. But you get the gist of that part of the dream. The top part is just saying, look, my dream is only to be me, to live from my heart, to trust my process. And if I'm not mistaken, you know what? I don't know if it's in this one, but in one of them I wrote, like, coming into my blessings and what the world will see as successful, right? Because we look at the material things and we think, oh, wow, she's so great. She have it all. But in that, I said, I just want to remember to be humble. I want to remember to always come back to my heart. Because one thing that I know is people who have been at the bottom, people who have struggled, people who know what it feels like to not have anything. When they rise to the top and they become successful, they forget where they came from. And we know that by their actions. We know that by how they're showing up. We know this by the way they are showing up in life, right? They have forgotten because they're looking down on the people who don't have. And my prayer is that I always remember where I come from. My prayer is that I always remember to be humble when I come into my abundance of blessings, the material things, because I'm already abundant. And you know why I'm abundant? Because I know who I am. Can't nobody come tell me who I am. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me nothing. Nothing about who I am. And in that, I know that I'm still learning and I'm still growing. I know that we're all teachers and students. So when you think that you know it all, when you think that you have it all figured out, you've already lost. When you know who you are, you've won. Because in that knowing, you know that you don't have it all figured out, but you know that nothing outside of you, no voice outside of you is greater than that inner voice inside of you. So that's what I mean when I say nobody can tell me nothing about me, because I'm in tune with me. I'm connected to me. I'm grounded and rooted in me, and I wasn't always here. So I'm just that light that is choosing every day to go within myself and discover more and more of me. My dream, my heart's desire is not for material things. It's for me to always stay true to me, to always honor me. And no matter what walk of life I'm in, to be true to me. That's the true power. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants the money and think that's the power and the control. But when you look at the people who have all this stuff, and let's just say life is your greatest teacher, because we looking at the celebrities, look at the celebrities and people who have taken their lives, who had all the things that you can never think of. And you're like, why did they do that? Why did they take their life? Why wasn't they happy? Because they did not know who they was. And the material things that they thought was gonna make them happy did not make them happy. So while people are out here manifesting things, I'm over here manifesting me. I'm over here manifesting me. Because when I manifest me, apart from the things, like, I know who I am. So whether I have it or if I don't have it, I know who I am. I know who I am. And there's no greater gift, there's no greater power than knowing who you are. So guess what? I'm here 100% charged and ready to enter this new chapter of my life, going live and connecting with y'all, sharing my experiences to just plant seeds. That's all I'm here to do. I'm not here to tell nobody how to live their life. I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong for you. What I'm saying is trust you. If it don't feel right, if it doesn't align with you, let it go. If you feel like this is what you need to be doing in this present moment, and you are true to that, and you know that's exactly where you're supposed to be, who cares what anybody else think? See, I'm on the path of shattering the illusions of perfection and embracing my imperfections. And see, I wanted to go live later. So I was like, oh, let me schedule it. And like I said, I kept trying to schedule it and my phone kept going live, which I know was my spiritual team. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. You going live right now. You're not about to try to do your hair. You're not about to try to do nothing. You are going live now. And so I just went with the flow because I know my signs. I know when they're trying to tell me, like, hey, forget all that. We ain't doing that. So not waiting till I'm perfect. I've been shattering that illusion for a long time. Like, nah, you're not here to be perfect. And the people that's going to connect with you is going to get the message. They ain't going to be worrying about how your hair look or, what you got on, what's in your background. Ain't nobody going to be worrying about that. You know what I'm saying? And we can't entertain, or we cannot hold back because we're worried about the people who are not in tune with themselves, or don't have a clue about what's happening in this life. So they want to joke and clown and talk shit. Yeah, nah. Nobody ain't worrying about them. We are here to honor us right now in the present moment, where we are, how we look in this moment. We're not waiting for perfection. We're showing up. Because when you do that, when you begin to honor you in the moment, that's where you experience the magic. When you accept you and all of you where you are, that's when you experience the magic. And magic is whatever it looks like for you. So I'll be getting on here again later. I just had to jump on here and share that. And I was going to read my other entries, but you know what? I'll save those for a later date. I just had to share this moment because I'm like, wow, I am really a magical being having magical experiences. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to shout to the rooftop and just tell the world, like, look, wake up to you. Wake up to you. You are the magic. You are the magic. It's not waiting for the perfect moment. It's not waiting for the perfect thing. You are the magic. When are you going to accept that you are enough right now where you are, apart from the things, apart from the relationship, apart from the material things, apart from the trauma, apart from all of the things that are keeping you from experiencing the true essence of you, the true magic within you? So, my advice to you is go and unlock your magic, okay? Because you're a magical being having a magical experience. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a beautiful day.